maybe you can introduce.
Introduction for
If you can introduce it.
Jai Shri Devi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama.
Rama Rama.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
So once again, thank you everyone for coming. 今日好多謝大家再次嚟到啦。咁我哋今日轉咗個場地 ，so we changed the venue today. So in a very nice yoga studio, Tom Prabhu is so kind. 咁Tom Prabhu 非常之好啦，借呢個場地俾我哋啦。So today we have His Holiness Devamrita Maharaj to give us the talk on Beyond the Moment of Now. 咁我哋今日非常之榮幸啦，就請到 Devamrita Maharaj 啦，咁咧就嚟咧係同我哋講一個俾一個講課我哋，咁咧就係超越當下。咁咧就so I hope you enjoy the talk. So we just have a very short kirtan, and now we will proceed with the talk. 咁我哋頭先有個非常之貓派華寶大嘅一個kirtan 啦，咁我哋而家就開始個講課啦。Maharaj will have a Cantonese translation this time.
When someone considers a spiritual life, often they hear that everything is about the now, this very moment.
咁當人咧係考慮咧要去靈修嘅時候咧，好多時咧啲人都會提到咧，就係要活在當下啦，即係活在而家啦。
People can read many so-called spiritual books about the power of now.
咁有好多人咧係閱讀過好多嘅書籍咧，關於當下呢個題目嘅。
The idea is that if you can just focus on this very moment and nothing else, then you'll be in touch with some deep powers of the universe and beyond.
即係話説咧，如果你咧同呢一個當下咧緊密咁嘅聯繫咧，你就可以咧經驗到咧呢個咧係呢啲靈一至高非常之偉大嘅靈性嘅能量。
This concept sounds very attractive to people because you feel that all I have to do is live for the moment and understand this very moment, and then my life is successful.
咁呢一個理論咧，好似好吸引人咁，因為我只要係即係專注當下，咁我人生就會成功啦。
Take not only every day as it comes, but take every moment as it comes.
即係唔係話係去點講咧？活在今天啊，係就係活在呢一刻咁樣。
Forget about the past, you're told. The past is long gone.
佢哋話忘記過去啦，已經過晒去啦，唔好理啦。
Forget about the future. The future hasn't come yet.
要忘記未來喎，未來都未到啊，係咪？
Just be in the moment now.
就咁啦，專注咁樣活在當下就會成功㗎啦。
So many people think that, yes, this is very spiritual.
咁好多人認為呢一個理論係好靈性嘅喎。
You live for the moment, you exploit the present moment for all it's worth, and that is life.
咁佢哋認為咧，你活在當下，去經驗呢一刻嘅生活咧，就係你嘅人生啦。
There's no need for you to regret anything because what is in the past is in the past.
唔需要咧係緬懷過去啦，因為已經過咗去啦嘛。
There's no need for you to look forward in anticipation because the future hasn't come yet.
又唔需要咧渴望未來喎，因為未來都未嚟到。
So this notion says that all you have to do is focus on the present moment.
咁呢一個講法咧係話，你只要咧係去專注於當下就得啦。
And in this way, you'll be very spiritual.
咁你咧就會變得非常之寧靜啦。
There's no time to waste on thinking of the past.
唔需要浪費時間去緬懷過去啦。
You made some mistakes, then simply you forgive yourself and move on.
咁如果你之前犯過錯，咁就忘記犯過嘅錯啦，跟住就繼續前進啦。
Try to understand that every moment is pregnant with infinite possibility.
咁你要明白咧，每一刻咧都有一個無限嘅可能性。
When we look at the actual yoga science of Bhagavad Gita, we find that there is no such thing as the pure moment of now.
咁如果我哋研究咧國家梵科所描述嘅瑜伽體系咧，咁你就唔會揾到咧係關於叫做純粹的一刻咁樣呢一個理念嘅。
Time is always present in three phases: past, present, and future.
時間咧永遠咧都係以三個模式存在嘅，就係過去啦、現在同埋未來嘅。
So every new moment is conditioned by the past and will affect the future.
每一個新嘅一刻咧，都會咧係同過去有聯繫啦，亦都會影響你嘅未來嘅。
So this notion that you can have a moment that's completely independent of the past and future, this notion is completely false.
咁所以如果你話有一刻某一刻係同過去同埋未來都冇關咧，咁呢一個講法係錯㗎，其實。
When we think that we are the body, when we think we are the mind, automatically that means we are chained to the past, to the present, and to the future.
咁當我哋認為我哋係呢個身體啦，或者我哋係我哋嘅思想或者心意咧，咁其實我哋都會咧經歷咧，其實係過去咧、現在、未來嘅一啲改變嘅。
Time is always there in three phases.
時間咧都係以三個模式咧係存在嘅。
As long as you have a material body and a material mind, you'll be bound up by the past, the present, and the future.
你有一日有呢一個物質軀體同埋呢個心意咧，你咧都會咧受到咧過去、現在、未來咧係所點講咧係束縛住嘅。
So every moment is chained to the past.
每一刻咧都會咧變成過去咯
喎。And every moment affects the future.
每一刻咧又會影響未來嘅。
So how is it that we can live in a way that we can become free from the chains of time?
我哋有乜可能咧係生存喺一個狀況咧，就係咧係不受時間嘅影響咧？
In order to become free from the chains of time,
所以應該係講我哋點樣可以唔受咧時間嘅改變咧？如果為咗係要去點講咧擺脫時間嘅變化嘅影響咧？
In order to be free from the chains of time, we need knowledge and the application of that knowledge.
為咗係去不受時間改變嘅影響咧，咁我哋係需要一啲知識係超越呢一個概念。
The moment right now is affected by the past.
我哋當下嘅呢一刻咧，其實係受到過去咧所影響嘅。
And the moment right now affects your future.
咁我哋現在嘅呢一刻咧，亦都會影響未來嘅。
So you can be like a rabbit closing its eyes in the face of reality.
咁我哋好似sorry I missed.
You can be like a rabbit closing its eyes when there's some danger.
當一隻兔仔咧遇到危險嘅時候咧，佢以為咧眯埋雙眼咧就可以避開個危險嘅。
Oh, there's just the present moment. Only the magic of now. That's the only thing that exists.
即係你諗埋自己雙眼就喺度認為其實淨係當下先存在，其他嗰啲都唔重要嘅。
But someone with transcendental knowledge, non-material knowledge, understands that the karma from the past is affecting your present moment.
但係一個擁有超然知識或者係非物質知識嘅人咧，就明白到咧，我哋當下所經歷嘅咧係受到我哋嘅業力所影響嘅。
The karmic reactions from your previous life are being experienced now.
我哋前生嘅業報或者業力咧，就影響我哋今生。
And while you are carrying the burden of your past karma, you are creating new karma for the future.
我哋一邊咧係承擔住咧過去嘅業報嘅重擔啦，同時間咧我哋又創造咗咧我哋未來要承受嘅業報。
So our material life is like a snowball rolling down the side of a hill.
就我哋嘅物質嘅生活咧就慢慢咧好似個雪球咁碌到落去山邊嗰度。
The snowball gets bigger and bigger as it rolls down.
雪球咧由山上碌落嚟咧就越滾越大。
So you can't calculate how far into the past the snowball of your karma began.
咁你計算唔到咧，你嗰個業報嘅雪球咧係從幾時開始咧係滾到現在。
It's gathering more and more karmic reactions, lifetime after lifetime.
咁咧，我哋嘅業報嘅雪球咧其實係累積咗好多心細嘅業力咧係儲埋一齊，個波就越嚟越大。
But out of ignorance, we cover our eyes and pretend, oh, the past doesn't exist. It's just the present moment.
我哋揞埋雙眼就即係呃自己啦，話我過去淨係得當下重要，其他過去係唔重要嘅。
The knowledge that Krishna gives in Bhagavad Gita allows you to face the reality of the past, the present, and the future.
咁博家梵歌所俾到我哋嘅知識咧，係可以教導我哋點樣去面對咧係過去啦、現在啦同埋未來。
By properly following Krishna's instructions in Bhagavad Gita, you can become free of your karmic past.
咁如果你係好好咁去跟隨咧博家梵歌嘅訓示咧，咁你有可能咧係可以去消除你所有嘅過往嘅業力嘅。
We're explaining how every fresh moment is conditioned by the past.
我哋可以咁講啦，每一個新鮮嘅一刻咧，都係咧受到過去咧係所叫做限制住嘅。
So you can never be free of the chains of time.
所以你冇可能咧可以擺脫咧時間嘅變化嘅。
As long as we act under the influence of the material energy.
咁因為咧我哋其實時時刻刻咧都係喺物質能量嘅影響底下咧係生活。
Everything material is bound up by time.
任何咧物質嘅能量嘅控制下嘅嘢咧，都係咧受到時間嘅限制。
But we are not material.
但係我哋其實唔係物質嘅喎。
Because we think we are material, therefore we suffer unnecessarily the chains of time.
咁因為我哋以為我哋係物質嘅，所以咧我哋咧就去受到咧 時間嘅改變嘅影響咧，係因為呢個時間改變咧係而受苦嘅。
In Bhagavad Gita, the prime Bhakti Yoga text, Krishna explains that time is his energy.
摩根梵哥又係講到咧，時間咧係即係 Krishna 講咧，時間係佢嘅一種能量。
If we take information from Krishna, the supreme yoga teacher, we can certainly learn how to become free from time.
咁如果我哋向咧叫至高無上嘅瑜伽嘅大師咧 Krishna 嗰度咧學習咧，咁我哋就可以咧係不受時間嘅影響啦。
Getting free from time means getting free from the past, present, and future.
如果我哋可以叫超越時間嘅時候咧，即係代表我哋可以超越過去啦、現在同埋未來。
Anyone who thinks about their situation can see how time affects everything.
Sorry.
Anyone who thinks about their situation can see how it is time that's affecting everything.
咁如果每一個人咧睇下自己現在嘅狀況咧，都會明白到咧，其實係時間點樣影響佢嘅人生嘅。
Time ruins the freshness of all your experiences.
時間咧係會去破壞咧你所經歷到嘅嘢啦。
Time ruins your body of matter, your mind of matter.
時間咧會慢慢咧係毀壞咧你嘅物質嘅軀體啦，或者係心意。
Time spoils all your fun.
時間咧會破壞你所有咧嘅快樂樂趣。
Spoils all your relationships.
會破壞你所有嘅關係嘅。
Whatever seems so fresh and alive at first soon becomes ruined by time.
一切本來睇起嚟好新鮮好活生生啦，咁時間影響底下咧，一切咧都會毀滅嘅。
You buy some new clothes, what happens to the clothes?
如果你買件新衫咧，咁件衫會點咧？
The clothes wear out.
咁件衫會慢慢舊啦。
Because of time.
咁因為時間影響咧，件衫會慢慢舊啦。
Or even before the clothes wear out, they go out of style. That's also because of time.
就算件衫未開始舊或者爛咧，咁咧，但係嗰件衫可能已經過時啦，即係不再時髦啦。
One year the pants you wear are baggy, the next year they're very skinny.
咁有一年可能興闊腳褲啦，咁第二年又興窄腳褲喎。
One year the shorts are very long, the next year the shorts are very short.
咁有一年興啲短褲比較長啲嘅及膝嘅，有一年又興好鬼短嘅褲。
So that going out of fashion, out of style is also the work of time.
咁變咗即嗰啲衫就不再流行啦，咁就係過咗時啦，過氣嘅。
And what about relationships?
關係又點樣咧？
Romantic relationships start so fresh and lively.
啲羅文蒂克嘅情人嘅關係咧，都係好新鮮啦，好充滿活力嘅。
Everything seems so beautiful.
一切都好美麗嘅。
Every small thing that your romantic partner does seems like a symphony.
咁你嘅情人所做嘅每一個動作咧，都好似點講交響樂咁嘛。
But soon everything becomes stale.
咁好快一切都變得好係咪沉悶啊？
And you become angry at that person.
咁你開始咧見到佢就憎。
Right? One week you are squeezing someone so tightly, oh, you're my everything.
之前某日你就攬實你個情人啦，跟住咧就太愛佢啦。
The next week Get out of my life! I hate you!
咁下個星期咧就話，你走啦，我唔好再喺度搞我嘅人生。
If I never see you again, that will be too soon.
希望唔好，我希望快啲唔好見到你。
We blame the other person.
咁我責怪另一方啦。
You've changed.
你改變咗，你以前唔係咁。
What happened to the loving feeling?
點解我哋之前嘅愛侶關係已經消失咗呢？
But if you understand the Bhakti Yoga science, you will blame time.
咁但係如果你明白咗咧奉愛瑜伽嘅哲學咧，你就會怪責時間。
How many of you know what the global average is for the duration of romantic feelings?
你知唔知即係世界上咧環球嚟講咧，呢個愛侶關係嗰種愛情嘅感受咧係有幾長咧？
Because of computers, everything can be calculated these days.
因為有電腦啦，咁所以而家咩題目咧可以做下統計嘅。
So global average means some more, some less.
咁環球嘅計算咧，即係愛情嘅嗰個時間嘅長度係幾多咧？即係平均嚟講，有啲多，有啲長啲，有啲短啲。
So the global average that social scientists have calculated for the duration of romantic feelings is, what do you think?
咁一啲叫做社會嘅科學家咧就計算過，你估有幾長呢？種羅密蒂克嘅感覺。
She says 3 days.
3日。
10 hours.
10個鐘頭。
No, the global average is 17 months.
環球嘅平均嘅指數咧就係羅曼蒂克嘅時間咧就係咧17個月嘅。Not too bad, is it?
It depends on what your yoga standards are.
睇下你嘅瑜伽嘅標準係點。
Some will say, oh, even though it's going to be temporary, something is better than nothing.
有啲人話咧，雖然短暫啫咁，好有都好過冇啊，係咪？
Just give me 17 good months and I'll forget the pain of it ending.
我起碼我可以享受17個月呢啲羅曼蒂克嘅愛情嘅就好過乜都冇係咪？最尾就要經歷個痛苦嘅。
But the yogi thinks, why do I enter into experiences that simply are going to end?
瑜伽師就諗我點解咁麻煩咧？明知都會完結嘅，做乜要走去談戀愛咧？係咪？
But when we're in material consciousness, we think something is better than nothing. Just give me a few seconds of pleasure, even though I'll feel so bad when it ends.
但係如果物質主義者嘅諗法就係起碼我都可以享受到一啲快樂啊，好過乜都冇係咪？
So in this way, our whole life becomes distorted by our chasing such temporary pleasures.
咁我哋嘅人生咧，因為追逐呢啲短暫嘅快樂咧，都被咧叫做歪曲咗啦。
Those temporary pleasures involve struggle to get, and then pain when they are finished.
當我哋追求咧呢啲短暫嘅快樂時咧，好多時都要好努力咁樣掙扎先至得到嘅。咁但係最後咧都會咧以痛苦為終結。
So therefore, the genuine yogis don't submit to such temporary coming and going of so-called pleasure.
咁所以咧，瑜伽師咧就係唔會咧係會去呢啲追求呢啲短暫嘅快樂。
There's a higher standard of pleasure.
因為咧快樂咧其實有更高標準嘅快樂。
That is not conditioned by the past, and it's
因為呢啲快樂咧，呢種高層次嘅快樂咧，係唔受過去所限制嘅。
not ended in the future.
咁亦都唔會喺未來終結。
Knowledge of such experience exists, but people are not interested.
咁有關呢一種即係永恆快樂的經驗咧，其實係有，即係呢種知識係存在嘅，但係好多人都冇興趣。
People think just give me a few moments of temporary pleasure and I'll be satisfied.
好多人認為如果你只要俾我短暫嘅呢啲快樂咧，即係好少嘅呢啲快樂咧，你都已經滿足嘅。
But the wisdom of Bhakti Yoga doesn't allow you to submit to such artificial pleasure.
咁但係奉愛瑜伽嘅哲學咧，就唔容許我哋去享受啲所謂嘅短暫嘅快樂。
You may say, even though it's temporary, it's better than nothing.
咁你可能話雖然短暫啫，都有啲快樂啊，好過冇係咪？
Speaking about material pleasure,
咁我哋講緊物質嘅快樂，
any material attachment.
同埋咧物質嘅依附。
You may agree, all right, I know it's temporary, but it's better than nothing.
咁你話其實我知道呢啲係短暫嘅喎，但係即係有好過冇啊，係咪？
And then you excuse yourself.
跟住你自己揾藉口啦。
This is called the resignation theory.
咁呢啲叫做 resignation theory 嘅。anyway 自己講數啦，自己。
You resign yourself to what you think is the only way things are.
咁你去調節自己嘅思想世事就係咁㗎啦。
You say, look, Swami, give us a break, please.
師傅，你俾啲空間我，俾啲時間我。
We didn't make the world the way it is.
個世界係咁啊，我哋唔係我哋創造出嚟嘅喎。
We're just trying to do the best we can. Please give us a break.
我哋已經盡咗力㗎，你俾啲空間我哋。
All there is seems to be just temporary happiness, temporary pleasure. What can be done?
物質世界就係短暫㗎啦，物質快樂又係短暫嘅。咁我哋可以做啲乜嘢咧？
I used to think like this when I was 21.
我21歲嗰陣啫，都係咁樣諗嘅。
I was a Manhattan enjoyer.
都係曼克頓嘅享受者。
You know, the very center of New York City.
紐約嘅市中心嚟嘅。
I thought, yes, all these typical pleasures, they come and go so quickly, but there's nothing else to do.
我諗啲快樂嚟嚟去又好短暫，咁係咁㗎啦，世事就係咁啦，係咪？
Temporary pleasure seems to be the only game in town.
我哋呢個城市入邊呢啲嘅短暫嘅快樂就係呢度嘅遊戲啦。
At least I recognize it is temporary.
最少我認知到咧呢啲快樂係短暫嘅。
But my friends never even thought that much about it.
但係我啲朋友都冇咁諗都冇諗過。
This is the everything. They didn't think that all their so-called pleasure is bound up by time.
因為咧佢哋冇諗過咧，佢哋所享受嘅快樂咧，其實係受時間咧係束縛。
But I thought about it.
但我本身就有諗過。
But I just didn't know anything else.
但我唔識其他嘢喎。
And I thought there is nothing else.
我以為冇嘢，除咗呢一啲短暫嘅快樂咁享受咁就冇第啲嘢㗎。
This is called the resignation theory.
呢啲就係咪叫自我去令佢合理化，將呢個合理化。
That's all there is. What can be done?
世事係咁㗎啦，我可以做啲咩咧？係咪？
But in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna wants to take you to a real standard of pleasure.
但係喺國家梵歌咧 ，Krishna 咧上司咧係帶領我哋咧去到一個真正嘅標準。
But we require some purification in order to properly see what is real pleasure.
咁我哋係需要咧係得到一啲淨化咧，先至可以明白咧乜嘢係真正嘅快樂。
So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna introduces you to the yoga of purification.
咁所以咧 Krishna 咧係喺博伽梵歌咧係介紹咧我哋一種咧叫做咧可以淨化我哋嘅瑜伽。
That yoga of purification begins with learning to control your mind and senses.
咁瑜伽嘅淨化過程咧，咁第一步咧就係去控制我哋嘅思想啦，我哋嘅感官。
Krishna explains that no one can become a real yogi who cannot control their mind and senses.
咁如果一個人控制唔到自己嘅心意啊、思想同埋佢嘅感官咧，佢就唔可以咧係成為一個真正嘅瑜伽師嘅。
But that sounds so exotic these days.
咁呢個講法好似好高深咁喎。
When you apply to the university or apply for a job, do they ever ask you, can you control your mind and senses?
咁如果你去報名讀大學或者揾工，即係去 interview 嗰陣，咁你即係有冇問，即係嗰啲人有冇問你你控唔控制到你嘅心意同埋你嘅感官啊？
Our friend from Beijing here is an environmental lawyer.
我哋有一位北京嚟嘅朋友咧，佢係呢一個環境學嘅律師嚟嘅。
For some NGO.
呢個環境嘅環境 NGO
嗰啲非牟利機構嗰啲。
哦 environmental lawyer 係咪？係啊。佢係啲慈善機構搞呢啲環保嘅律師嚟㗎嚇。
When you applied for the job, did they ask you, can you control your mind and senses?
你見工嗰陣有冇問你呢啲問題？你可唔可以控制你嘅心意同埋感官
Or when you applied for the university to be a student, do they ask you, are you the master of your mind and senses?
如果你去報讀大學去面試嗰陣，人哋即係啲考官有冇問你可唔可以？你係咪感官同埋你嘅心意嘅主人啊？
People would think you're crazy asking such a question.
如果你問呢啲問題，人哋以為你黐線嘅。
What does it matter whether you can control your mind and senses or not? What does it matter?
啲人認為你控制到你嘅心意同埋感官有咩用？有咩關係咧？係咪
Yoga simply means to lose weight.
瑜伽咧，啲人認為淨係我哋減肥嘅。
So we need knowledge to understand a superior level of existence.
咁所以我哋需要知識咧，去明白咧呢一個更高層次嘅存在嘅。
There is pleasure that is not bound by time. That is what Krishna is offering.
有一種快樂咧，其實係唔受到時間所限制嘅。咁就係 Krishna 咧係可以咧係推介俾我哋。
The perfection of yoga means to escape the clutches, the grip of past, present, and future.
瑜伽嘅完美境界咧，就係咧去擺脱咧呢一個過去、現在、未來嘅掣肘。
And then what?
咁跟住點咧？
It's not that you just disappear into nothingness.
咁個結果唔係話你會去變得空啊，或者虛無。
Krishna, the ultimate source, is inviting you. Come connect with me beyond time and space.
Krishna 咧就會邀請你就去點樣去超越咧呢個時間。
Understanding Krishna is the greatest mystery of the yoga system.
咁如果你明白到咧 Krishna 係瑜伽體系嘅即係原地嘅主人。
Many persons don't know that yoga means, literally, the Sanskrit word yoga means to connect, to link.
好多人唔知道咧，瑜伽呢個梵文嘅字咧，其實係解連結咁樣㗎。
To connect with what? To link with what?
咁你同乜嘢連結咧？
Otherwise, you could say yoga or yogurt, it's all the same.
咁你可能話所有瑜伽一樣嘅啫。Yogurt
咪 yoga
乳酪，OK， 瑜伽同乳酪一樣，OK。
We have to know what is the ultimate connection.
咁我哋要明白終極嗰個連結係乜嘢嚟嘅。
So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is offering pleasure that is not chained by the past karma.
咁 Krishna 咧喺國家梵歌咧係提供一樣嘅快樂咧係不受咧時間所影響嘅。
So at the end of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, take up Dharma as he presents it, and Krishna will protect you from all your past karmic reactions.
咁但係你去收集呢一個 Dharma， 咁你就可以咧去不受你過往嘅業報咧所影響。
This is a very extraordinary proposition.
咁呢個非常之係一個非凡嘅一個建議。
We're not strong enough on our own to disconnect from our past karma.
我哋係冇能力咧係獨自咧可以去擺脫我哋過往嘅業報。
So every time we try to have the magic of the moment, our past karma is always there.
咁我哋每次咧想去經驗當下嗰一刻嘅奇蹟嘅時候咧，咁咧我哋都會咧係其實受到過往嘅業報影響。
So there's no such thing as the pure magic of the now.
咁所以咧，當下呢一刻其實冇任何嘅魔術嘅。
The present moment is conditioned by the karma from the past.
因為當下嘅一刻咧，其實係受到你過往嘅業報所影響。
And so you're acting in the present moment based on the karma of the past, and then you're creating more reactions for the future.
咁你當下一刻所做嘅活動咧，其實係受到你過往嘅業報咧所驅使而做嘅。咁你當下所做嘅事情咧，又會創造咧你未來更多嘅業報。
So we need an actual proper understanding of what is the moment.
咁所以咧，我哋應該對所謂嘅一刻咧有一個正確嘅了解。
Krishna helps you. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I am time.
咁 Krishna 咧係咁講嘅，就話Krishna 話咧，我就係時間。
Time is the representation of Krishna.
時間咧就係 Krishna 嘅代表嚟嘅。
Just like the clouds in the sky are unaware that any moment the wind can blow them out of existence.
就好似天上嘅雲朵咧，咁佢哋其實唔為意咧，就係咧邊一刻咧會有風吹過咧，咁佢哋就會喺天空上面消失。
Similarly, because we're in illusion, we're unaware of the power of time that finishes everything.
咁就好似我哋有錯覺啦，就唔明白到咧，其實時間嘅力量咧，可以咧係消滅所有嘅一切。
So the intelligent person wants to know, how can I defeat time?
咁聰明嘅人咧，就會想知道自己點樣可以擊敗時間。
But the average person thinks, oh, there's nothing you can do about time. That's just the way it is.
咁但係普通人就認為自己係咁噶啦，時間我哋冇辦法可以擊敗。
And even worse, people think, time, it doesn't bother me at all. Time just means my watch has changed. That's time.
有啲人更糟糕就會諗時間冇咩特別啫，咪好似我個錶喺度，即係時間咪咁過咯。
Before it was 6:32, now it is 6:33. That's time.
之前係6:32，而家6:33，呢個就係時間啦。
There's no greater or bigger reality than that. Just some movements on my watch.
咁呢個就係真相啦，只不過係我個手錶嘅嗰啲針咧喺度時針喺度移動嘅啫。
So again, just like the clouds in the sky are unaware of the power of the wind, which can blow them out of the sky any moment, similarly, the fool is unaware of the power of time affecting everything in life.
咁就好似雲朵咧，係唔察覺到咧係風嘅力量咧可以吹散佢哋啦。咁同一樣咧，就係一個普通嘅人咧，一個愚蠢嘅人咧，可以即係佢唔察覺到咧時間嘅力量咧，可以毀滅晒生命嘅一切。
So if there's one thing I would like you, if you can only remember one thing tonight, here it is.
今晚如果你想記住一點咧，就係而家講嘅呢一點啊，記得記住，或者寫低。
Time is causing all your problems.
時間咧係製造所有你人生嘅問題。
It causes your body to break down, get old.
時間令到你嘅身體咧慢慢係衰退啦，跟住係毀壞啦。
It causes all your happy experiences to very soon become stale.
咁你令到你所有經驗到嘅快樂嘅經驗咧，慢慢咧係變得係消失啦。
What happens when you have a bottle of carbonated beverage or a can of carbonated beverage and you leave it open?
咁就好似你有一罐汽水，咁你打開咗個蓋唔閂，跟住會點咧？
It loses all the fizz, the bubbles.
咁你個汽水開咗蓋之後，跟住嗰啲氣咪冇晒啦，係咪？嗰啲氣泡。
So this is what time does to every aspect of our life.
咁呢個就其實時間咧喺我哋人生嘅每一個範疇咧所作出嘅影響。
So the intelligent person understands that time is the culprit, the enemy.
聰明嘅人咧就會明白咧呢個係時間嘅力量嚟嘅。
So what is the program for becoming free of time?
咁我哋點樣去即係擺脱時間嘅影響係有咩項目或者有咩計劃咧可以做得到嘅？
Many will say, impossible to become free from time.
有啲人認為想擺脱時間嘅影響係冇可能嘅。
I used to think like that.
我後生嗰陣都咁諗嘅。
And then I discovered the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita.
咁後來我就發現咗咧係博家梵高嘅知識。
Where Krishna presents his program, which allows anyone to successfully conquer time.
咁Krishna 咧就呈現咗咧係呢一個咧去擺脱時間影響嘅一啲嘅方法。
The more you can see how time is causing all the problems, the more you are seeing reality.
咁你越係睇到咧時間點樣影響你嘅人生咧，你就會睇到咧。Sorry， I miss。
越真實啊！越睇到真實係。
sorry 係。咁如果你睇到時間點樣影響你嘅人生咧，越多睇到咧就會睇到個真相。
2 days ago, we were talking about lottery winners.
前兩日我哋又講緊贏咗啲，譬如贏六合彩嗰啲人嘅遭遇係點樣嘅？
What's the biggest lottery amount you can win in Hong Kong?
咁香港啲人最多可以贏幾多錢啊？六合彩買六合彩。
35 million.
知唔知啊？3800萬，可能唔止啊。3800萬好細個係嘛
In the U.S., you can win 400 million U.S. dollars.
喺美國可以贏4億美元喎。
But did you know that time even affects the happiness of someone who wins the big money in the lottery?
你知唔知道時間咧都會影響一個人咧，去贏咗彩票嗰個人嗰啲快樂嘅
it has been calculated for big lottery winners who win $400 million US. 17 months later, it's like they never won anything. All their feelings of joy and happiness just disappear after 17 months.
咁有人計過，好似有個人咧係贏咗4億美元啦，咁過咗17個月後咧，咁嗰種贏彩票嗰種快樂咧就消失咗咯。
Just like the romantic feelings disappear.
就好似浪漫契克嗰啲感受咧，又係17個月之後消失。
But you don't accept this.
你可以唔接受呢？
Oh, if I won $400 million US, I'd be happy for life.
咁你可能認為咧，如果你贏咗4億美元咧，咁你成世都快樂㗎。
No, the thrill only lasts an average of 17 months.
咁呢一種快樂其實最多都係17個月咁長嘅。
At first, you're jumping with joy. We won the money. We won the money.
咁你最初贏咗彩票嘅時候就會跳晒起身啦！哇！我贏咗啊，贏咗大錢啊
$400 million US.
哇！贏咗4億咁多啊！
So you would think such a person will be in ecstasy the rest of their life.
咁你以為呢個人可能成世都會好快樂？
But you don't understand the power of time.
但係你唔明白咧時間嘅力量。
They become accustomed
咁佢哋就習慣咗咯。
to winning all the money, and it becomes just a stale experience after 17 months.
咁即係呢個經驗變得就冇乜特別㗎，即係過咗17個月之後，好似日常嘅。
In fact, some lottery winners who won all that money even cursed the day they won the money.
咁有啲贏彩票嘅人咧，甚至係詛咒咧佢贏彩票嗰個人士嘅。
Why?
點解咧？
You would probably say, I would never curse the day of I won $400 million US. I would always be so happy.
咁你又以為，我心諗點可能啊？我點會詛咒我贏大錢嘅人啊？
But no, it actually happens. Many of these big lottery winners in the States, they curse the day they won the money.
咁好多喺美國咧贏呢4億美元嘅一啲幸運兒咧，都詛咒佢哋贏彩票嘅人。
Because they can't tell who are their real friends.
咁因為贏咗彩票之後咧，佢就唔可以，佢唔知道邊個係佢真正嘅朋友。
After they win the money, so many long lost relatives turn up at the door.
咁佢贏咗彩票之後，好多唔知幾多年冇見過嘅親戚自然走揾上門啊！
I am your fourth cousin.
咁有個人走敲門就我係你第四層嘅表弟。
Don't you remember me?
你記唔記得我啊？
Some of these lottery winners actually commit suicide.
有啲贏彩票人最後自殺，
They're so depressed.
佢哋好抑鬱嘅。
Everyone just wants me because of the money. I don't know who really loves me, who are my friends.
好多人咧想同我喺埋一齊啊，或者但係其實唔知道，我根本就唔知道邊個真係愛我。
So this is again time ruining everything.
呢個同樣嘅事實就係咧，時間咧係會毀滅一切。
What you thought was the greatest thing to happen to you turns into the worst thing that happened to you.
咁你以為咧對你嚟講係一件最好嘅事喺你身上發生咧，咁但係結果就成為係最糟糕嘅事情。
So the intelligent person is looking for a solution to time.
咁聰明人咧就係想揾一啲點樣解決呢個時間嘅方法。
And that's real solution doesn't mean simply to be like a rabbit closing the eyes.
咁真正解決呢個問題嘅方法咧，就唔係好似兔仔咧係掩埋自己雙眼。
Everything is all about the now. There is nothing more than the now.
你唔可以話一切都係當下呢一刻嘅，冇當下一刻以外冇用其他嘅嘢㗎。
You're saying that. Meanwhile, the the very body that you have is the result of the past.
咁其實你現有嘅物質身體就係你過往嘅業報所累積得嚟嘅。
And with that body that's the result of the past, you're creating new karma for the future.
咁你用現有嘅肉體啦，即係呢個肉體係之前嘅業報所帶嚟嘅結果啦。咁你用而家呢個肉身咧，又去製造更多未來要承受嘅業報。
So every new moment is connected to the past as well as to the future.
咁所以每一刻其實都同過去同未來係有關嘅。
So the Bhakti Yoga knowledge teaches you how to handle all three phases of time.
咁博家梵嗰度咧，奉愛瑜伽嘅哲學咧，係教我哋點樣去處理咧現在、過去、現在、未來嘅時間。
Because as long as your life is conditioned by time, you can't experience real happiness.
因為你一日係受到你嘅人生係受到時間嘅限制咧，你都係唔可能經驗到咧真正嘅快樂。
So we have a lot of work to do with our short human form of life.
咁所以咧，我哋呢個短暫嘅人生咧，係有好多嘢要做嘅。其實
There's higher knowledge that's available to us.
有更高層次嘅知識啦，我哋係可以得到嘅。
The higher knowledge leads to higher experience.
更高層次嘅知識，更高嘅知識可以帶嚟咧更高層次嘅經驗。
Higher experience means that which is beyond the grip of past, present, and future.
更高嘅經驗意味咧就係咧係不受咧過去、現在、未來嘅影響嘅。
Krishna is ever fresh, and those who connect with Krishna also become ever fresh.
Krishna 咧係永遠常青嘅，咁任何同佢有聯繫嘅人咧都會係常青。
Krishna is not conditioned by time.
Krishna 不受時間所限制。
Time is just an insignificant energy of Krishna.
時間只不過係 Krishna 一種咧係微不足道嘅能量。
If Krishna is shackled, chained by time, then Bhagavad Gita has no value.
如果咧 Krishna 咧係被時間咧係鎖住咧，咁跟住咁博家梵嗰個知識就毫無價值。
Sometimes out of envy, we can say, I'm conditioned by time, so Krishna is also conditioned by time.
咁有時我哋受到呢一個錯覺嘅影響咧，我哋以為自己受到時間限制啦，Krishna 都受到時間嘅限制。
So what's the difference between what I say and what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita?
咁我講嘅説話同 Krishna 喺博家梵講嘅説話有咩分別咧？
If we understand Krishna the way Krishna presents himself, then we'll easily see that Krishna is far beyond time, and we can also become far beyond time.
咁但係如果我哋明白 Krishna 喺呢啲經典入邊呈現自己嘅佢嘅原本嘅佢嘅品質咧，咁我哋亦都可以咧係超越到時間嘅，即係好似 Krishna 超越時間，我哋亦都可以超越時間。
Tonight, when you go to sleep, whether you remember or not, you'll be dreaming.
今晚咧，你瞓覺嘅時候，你嘅腦海入邊記住啲乜嘢咧？你發夢就會夢到嗰啲喺呢個夢境出現。
And then you wake up in the morning.
咁如果你聽朝起身咧，
But the question is, do you actually wake up?
咁個問題係你起唔起到身咧？聽朝？
Or do you simply change from the night dream to the day dream?
或者你係由夜晚嘅夢境咧，就係轉移到咧係白日夢嘅啫，即係一路發緊。
At night you may be dreaming that you are the Queen of England.
咁你夜晚發夢認為自己係英女王。
And then the alarm clock sounds.
Say it again.
And then the alarm clock rings.
咁跟住鬧鐘響咗啦，
And then, oh, I'm not the Queen of England.
鬧鐘鬧醒你，你又我原來唔係英女王喎。
I'm an office worker. I must hurry up and get up and go to the office.
我係白領嚟嘅，我要快啲起身翻工啊！
But that's the daydream.
咁但係其實嗰、個即係咁樣諗，其實都
At
係白
night you
都係
dream.
白日夢嚟嘅。
At night you dream you are this, you are that, and then during the day you dream you are this, you are that.
你夜晚發夢自己係咩人物啦，咁日間其實你都發緊夢嘅喎，其實你以為自己係邊個？
Both the night dream and the daydream are provided by time.
呢、個夜晚嘅夢境啦，同埋日間嘅白日夢咧，係呢個時間所提供嘅。
Someone with superior knowledge can see all this.
有更高知識嘅人咧，其實睇到呢一切。
At night we are thinking, I am the dream body, and during the day we're thinking, I am the dream body.
咁我哋夜晚咧就以為自己係點講啊？發夢嘅身體啊！
夢中嗰個身體，夢中擁有嗰個身體。
夢中擁有嘅身體，咁日間其實亦都係一種夢境中嘅身體嚟嘅。
So when do we ever wake up?
其實好似我哋都冇起過身喎，冇甦醒過。
So just like during the night dream, when the alarm clock sounds, that means the end.
咁就好似你夜晚發夢啦，朝頭早鬧鐘起咗響嘅時候咧，就係夜晚咁發嘅夢嘅終結。
Similarly, for the daydream, death means the end.
好似日間嘅夢境咧，就係死亡就係終結。
The end of the dream, but not the end of you.
但係死亡係你嘅日間即係白日夢嘅終結啦，咁但係就唔係你嘅終結喎。
So how Bhakti Yoga empowers you to conquer time? This is confidential knowledge.
咁即係奉愛瑜伽點樣教你咧去征服時間咧？咁呢個係一個秘密嚟。
So I hope that you all will take this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita very seriously and apply it and have a genuinely spiritual lifestyle.
咁我希望你可以咧去得到咧博家梵歌俾到你嘅知識啦，咁你可以有一個咧係奉愛瑜伽嘅生活方式。
All right, any questions?
有冇問題啊？
Yes.
I want to ask how can we set a clock for our daydream?
可以點樣可以幫我哋發白日夢嘅時候校個鬧鐘咧
What is it? How can we what?
？Set an alarm clock for their daydream。
Question answered.
技術問題。
The alarm clock for your daydream is already set by your karma.
佢話你白日夢嗰個鬧鐘咧，其實係你嘅業報咧，係已經幫你校咗㗎啦。
The yoga knowledge teaches you that your life is measured in terms of breaths.
咁瑜伽嘅哲學咧係話俾我哋聽咧，每一個人嘅壽命咧，其實係用幾多次嘅呼吸去計算嘅。
So according to your past karma, you have a certain amount of breaths in this lifetime.
咁我根據你過往嘅業報咧，其實你今生你已經註定咗咧，會呼吸幾多次嘅。
And when you reach the end of your allotted number of breaths, that's it for you in this lifetime.
咁就係話，當你咧係呼吸完你今生命中註定幾多次嘅呼吸咧，咁你就要壽終正寢啦。
That's why mystic yogis in the Himalayas, they control their breath, and that way they increase their lifespan.
咁喜馬拉雅山上面嘅神秘嗰啲瑜伽師咧， 佢就係點樣去控制自己嘅呼吸嘅長度咧，去增加佢嘅壽命嘅。
But still, the end comes for their lifetime.
咁就算佢哋咁樣去做之後咧，咁佢最終都要去面對咧，佢生命嘅終結。
Such mystical yogis who want to develop mystic powers, they understand that if they slow down their breath, they live longer.
咁呢啲去修練咧神秘瑜伽術嘅呢啲瑜伽師咧，佢哋係明白去減慢佢嘅呼吸咧，係可以延長佢嘅壽命嘅。
So death means the end of the daydream.
死亡咧就係你白日夢嘅終結啦。
The body is finished.
咁你嘅軀體會終結啦。
But then you get another body.
但係你會投胎得到第二個身體喎。
So what body will you get next?
咁你下一世會得到咩身體咧？
That's the important question.
咁呢個係重要嘅問題啦。
Krishna's program is that you don't take another material body.
咁 Krishna 嘅教導咧就係我哋唔應該再去接受另一個身體嘅。
In this way, you become free from the night dream as well as the daydream.
如果你去修行咧，咁你可以咧去擺脱咗夜晚嘅夢啦，亦都可以擺脱埋白日夢。
Anything else?
有冇第二啲問題咧？
Yes, you have a question? Yeah, yeah.
Maharaj,
I knew it.
Maharaj, I have no question. I just have one task. My task is the job gradually increasing.
Gradually increase. Japa. Oh.
Japa.
Yes. That is the foundation of the Bhakti Yoga experience.
佢話佢唯一要做嘅嘢就係去念多啲經。Maybe they don't know, some of our new friends, they don't know how to chant on beats.
Sound vibration makes up your core.
呢個咧聲音嘅震動咧，其實係一個人嘅一個中心點嚟嘅，核心嚟嘅。
Material sound vibration makes you in material consciousness, and spiritual sound vibration makes you in spiritual consciousness.
物質嘅聲音震動咧，係令到你停留喺物質嘅意識嘅。咁而呢個靈性嘅聲音震動咧，就會讓你咧去到咧喺靈性嘅意識。
There are different ways that you can judge someone.
咁有好多唔同去去評審一個人、別人嘅一啲方法嘅。
Often people say, "Oh, you shouldn't judge others," but everyone does it all the time.
我哋話我唔應該去評核其他人，咁但係個個都喺度咁樣諗緊㗎，係嘛？
Judge a person by the clothes they wear.
咁我哋會睇嗰個人佢着咩衫嘅咧？
Judge a person by the company they keep, who are their associates.
咁或者係佢喺邊間公司打工啊？佢啲同事係咩人啊？咁。
The best way to judge someone is by the sound vibration that comes off their tongue.
咁你點樣去評斷一個人咧？就可以去睇下，即係聽下嗰個人咧喺佢嘅舌頭，佢嘅口講出嘅聲音震動係佢講啲乜嘅啫。
And the sound vibration that goes into the ear.
同埋咧係進入佢哋耳仔嘅聲音。
So in Bhakti Yoga, the foundational process is to vibrate spiritual sound.
咁喺奉愛瑜伽咧修行嘅法門入邊咧，其實最主要咧就係咧去練誦啦，或者唱誦一啲靈性嘅聲音。
Sonic therapy.
呢啲叫聲音嘅治療。
The right sound will bring you all your spiritual necessities.
咁正確嘅聲音咧，可以帶俾你咧呢一個咧係靈性嘅。
And the wrong sound will put you deeper into illusion.
sorry 應該
The
係
wrong sound
錯誤嘅聲音咧會係令到你咧 sorry
幻象，即係有幻象。
sorry 錯誤嘅聲音咧令到咧你走進呢個幻覺嘅。
If you want to change your life, change the quality of the sound vibration you associate with.
咁如果你想改變自己嘅人生咧，你就係去改變咧你聆聽啊或者你接觸嘅聲音。
So that is the practice of japa that he's referring to.
咁佢就係講 japa， 即係練多啲 japa， 即係用念珠念經啦，去練多啲靈性嘅聲音。
Yes.
没有人，就是像问一下公众号，就是我对其他的服务我都特别充满热情，包括集体科尔坦我也是充满热情。可是当我一个人独自加帕的时候，我常常很难做到就是专注的念诵，但这又是非常重要的一项服务，所以我想请教。
She's very enthusiastic in other services like care time with devotees, but her weakness is when she chants japa alone. She always cannot focus on her chanting.
You need two things for your bhakti yoga practice.
咁你奉愛瑜伽嘅修習入邊咧，你係有兩樣嘢要好重要嘅。
You need a sacred place and a sacred time.
咁你需要一個咧係神聖嘅地方啦，同埋咧神聖嘅時間。
So you should have somewhere in your home, even if it's just a corner of one room, a sacred place where you're free of distraction.
咁你喺屋企咧應該設立一個神聖嘅地方啦，可能係一間房嘅一個角落都好啦。咁就係你唔受其他其他嘅嘢影響嘅，或者騷擾嘅。
Do you have such a place in your home?
你屋企有冇呢一個？你家裡有沒有？你
Yes， 有個瑜伽堂。
She has a yoga room in her house.
All right. It's not a cluttered environment full of distractions.
咁你個瑜伽房係咪好多雜物啊？即係好乾唔乾淨啊？
還可以，有爸爸爺爺的念誦。
It's okay.
有爸爸爺爺的念誦在那。
She has Prabhupada chanting machine.
And besides having a sacred place, you need a sacred time.
咁除咗一個神聖嘅地方之外，亦都係需要喺神聖嘅時間嘅。
And that way your mind will start to become controlled and peaceful.
咁樣嘅話咧，你嘅心意咧就會慢慢咧係受到控制，同埋咧會變得平和。
In other words, first you control your physical circumstances, the place and the time.
咁首先咧，你控制外在嘅環境同埋時間。
And then you can start to focus more on controlling the mind itself.
咁跟住你慢慢咧再去控制咧自己嘅心意。
But if everything around you is so distracting and you don't have a fixed time every morning for your japa, then of course your mind is going to be all over the place.
咁如果你冇去一個習慣咧，係喺一個特定嘅時間咧去念經咧，咁你係好難去，即係或者個環境係好雜亂啊。咁如果你冇一個神聖嘅，即係乾淨啲嘅地方、整潔嘅地方同埋一個特定嘅時間去練習咧，咁就好難控制嘅心。
Remember, in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna tells Krishna, it is impossible to control the mind, just like it's impossible to hold your hand up and stop the wind.
咁喺《貨家梵歌》第6章咧，阿尊娜講到咧，佢話係冇可能控制到我哋嘅心意嘅，就好似咧，你隻手係冇可能咧阻擋到啲風。
But what is Krishna's answer?
咁 Krishna 點樣回答佢咧？
It is possible, Krishna says, to control the mind, but it takes practice.
咁 Krishna 話咧，控制心意係有可能嘅，但係需要咧係練習。
So are you ready to practice steadily, day after day?
你係咪下咗決心啊？日復一日咁樣去堅持咁樣練習咧？
Yes, yes.
Anything? Yeah.
How do I develop the desire to chant?
係嘛？點樣可以去培養到咧係去念誦聖名嘅一個慾望咧？
By associating with those who have the desire to chant.
咁你要同一啲係有慾望念誦嘅人咧係願意嘅。
I often explain, and I've said it several times during my visit.
咁我其實解釋過幾次嘅。
Do you know how I started to chant?
你知唔知我點樣開始念誦嘅？
Huh? 1 bead a day.
我最初開始係每日念一粒念珠，即係一個mantra。
Not 1 round,
我最
1
初
bead.
我最初係念一粒念珠嘅啫，唔係一串念珠。
I remember I woke up one morning in Manhattan, 11 a.m. I woke up on a Saturday.
咁我記得有一日咧，我喺曼克頓咧，朝頭早11點起身嘅時候咧，
And I had some beads next to my bed.
咁我床頭咧擺咗串念珠。
So I picked the beads up and I said 1 mantra.
咁啊，我就拎住個念珠咧，念咗一粒念珠。
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, enough.
夠啦，點一次夠啦。
So that's how I started.
我係咁樣開始㗎。
You do much more than that, yes?
你應該念得比較多係咪？
I used to do 1 round every day, but it stopped.
But if there's hope for me, there's more hope for you.
佢之前呢個小朋友咧，佢話佢之前就每日念一圈啊，即係108次啦。咁但係就後尾又停咗嘅。咁阿馬 Rush 就話我都有希望，你更加有希望啦，係咪？
How old are you?
佢10歲啊。
So when you want to start chanting again, you'll do.
咁如果你之後想再念誦係可以嘅。
We don't want to force you,
我唔想逼你。
because then you'll develop some complex against the chanting.
咁我唔想逼你，咁你可能會之後更加複雜啲，更加糾結，咁樣我應該念經。
You'll think that chanting is a punishment.
可能以為念經係懲罰嚟嘅。
So we don't want you to think that way.
我哋唔希望你咁樣諗。
So we say, when you want, you'll start to chant again.
咁我就話，如果你想，咁你第日可以再念過咯。
Okay? No one's going to force you, don't worry.
逼你唔使驚。
Like you have to do schoolwork, right?
你要做功課係咪？
You have to do it. So we don't want you to think chanting is the same like that.
你要被逼要做功課，但係我唔想你認為念誦係要點樣被逼咁樣。
Anything else? So we'll have a little kirtan, yes?
Yes!
At the end, can you do like give an altar song, like you sign the book?
Sure. But can we just have 8 minutes of little kirtan?
Yeah, of course. 我咪有一個特別節目㗎，就係咧如果你今晚喺度買書咧，Maharaj會親筆簽名喺本書度簽名嘅。So if you want to buy books tonight, we have a special program. Maharaj will give his autograph on the book. 就是說